Hey guys, today we're working on a 1989 F150 and I'm going to show you how to replace the fuel pumps in it. I've already dropped the midship tank, so I'll show you how to take the rear tank out and then I'll show you how to install the midship tank, which is basically the reverse of removal. So you should be able to see everything you need to pull the tanks and replace the fuel pumps. So let's get to it. Alright, so now we're going to take the rear fuel tank off. First thing we're going to do is take the spare tire carrier down. And then there's a nut and a bolt here, a nut and a bolt here, and then two on that side. Each of those hold a strap up. That's going to be how we drop the tank. So we can loosen these, and then before we drop the whole thing down, we'll try to disconnect everything that's on top of the tank, the fuel lines, the electrical plug, and the filler neck. So let's see if we can loosen these real fast. A little bit of blowtorch knitter. All right, I'm gonna loosen those two, and then I'll show you how we're gonna take the filler neck and everything else off. So we're up here where the filler neck is. That's one hose clamp you can get to. The other one is back there, which I think I can actually get a ratchet back there and get onto it and loosen it. So I'm gonna try that one. Otherwise, I'll just go for this one. All right, I think it's about ready to come out. So I'm going to use this jack stand. I'm going to take these two nuts out all the way because I think I want it to drop down kind of like this so that I can access what's on top, disconnect that, and then drop the tank all the way. So all right, so I went ahead and I unclipped these hoses here, and there's some clips right there that I unclipped. So now these two are free. Hopefully that gives it some slack so we can go back some. This electrical connector is unplugged. That's the fuel pump. And then I unclipped that hard line right there. It gives it a little bit more slack. It's a hard line that loops up and then it goes into a rubber hose. So I'm gonna now drop the back all the way down and see if I can't kind of slowly work it down. I'm gonna get another jack stand under there so that I can set it on the jack stands and then disconnect everything. So I ended up taking the whole filler neck out. If you open the fuel door, there are 3 screws you got to take out there. And then one of these hose clamps was for the actual hose that goes to the tank, and then one of them is just used to attach the thing to the bottom of the bed right there. So you loosen that, and then finally I was able to pull the metal part of the filler neck out of the rubber hose. So I think now I can finish dropping the tank, at least enough to get to the connectors on top. All right, finally got it accessible. So basically I had to reach my arm up through this gap up there. Actually, no, I had it lowered enough on this side. There was a gap right here between the fuel tank and the frame. I could reach my arm up and unplug the vent right here. So don't ask me how I'm going to plug that back in. There it is right there. Holy smokes. This is going to be fun to put back in. But it's down enough, I can disconnect these lines and drop it all the way. All right, first I'm going to disconnect this connector. It's got a clip on the back side here. There we go. And then next is the fuel lines. And that one, that actually pulled this clip out of. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in right now. Oh, it's dusty under this truck. There we go. Drop the tank all the way and pull the fuel pump. Seal did not want to let go. Well, that looks pretty nasty. Once again, sock came off of it, no float on it. So this one definitely needs to be replaced too. So I got the new pump put in. It just goes in the reverse of taking it out. And then I tilted the tank up like this, and I was able to get all the connections on the pump done. The only one I can't do yet is this vent. So I'm going to start picking the tank up, put the vent in, and then support it with like some jack stands, and then run the straps underneath and pull it all the way up. And then I'll do the filler neck and put some gas in this thing and see if it pumps some fuel. Okay, so we're under the truck here with the midship tank. There's these two straps, one here and one down here. And they will go, there's a bolt hole there, there's a long bolt that you run through the top there, down, and then a nut, and you pull it up. So that's how the tank's secured in place. It's just two long bolts. You can see the other one down there. And then they go on onto these straps. Now, you can also see we got our two fuel lines here. One's to the engine and one's return, and then we've got this vent here. So we'll be able to disconnect and connect the fuel lines and the electrical plug once the tank is fully installed, but this vent you need to install before the tank goes up. And then we also have the filler neck is down here, and it's got this hard plastic line that comes up over the fuel rail or the frame rail and goes into the filler neck on the side there. So I didn't take mine off, and I think that would make it a lot easier. So I'm actually going to do that right now. I'm going to take the screws out of the filler neck there, which should loosen up that whole assembly and make it easier to run the hose up around that plastic PVC piece as I install the tank. All right, you can see these three screws here are the ones I'm going to take off, which will allow the filler neck to pull through the bed down underneath it. And that's the same for the rear tank as well, which will make it easier to pull the rear tank too. To fully remove the filler neck, you have to loosen this hose clamp that's around this bracket right there, and then we can drop this all the way down, and then I'll probably feed it that way and start putting it into this hose. Okay, so with the filler neck loose, I have the hose back on it around the hard plastic hose, and then it goes over the frame rail, and then I held up the fuel tank with a block and was able to get this hose back on. So now I'm going to tighten that hose clamp and then get the tank set all the way up after I install this guy, the vent. All right now I've got the tank supported by that block, and I've got this one strap started. You can see how that's going to end up working out. And then we got to do the one back there, and then we can come and install our electrical plug and our fuel lines. And real fast before I tighten the straps up on the front and rear, going to go ahead and reinstall the filler neck into the side of the bed. Just since we have a little bit of wiggle room with the tank, we can adjust things as needed. All right, so now we can go ahead and plug in the electrical connector. And then there's this 90-degree fuel line fitting, and that goes on the return. And then there's this straight one, and that goes on the high pressure line. Looks like there's these clips. You can kind of pull them up and out. That gets them out of the way, and then you have to pull that clip all the way out, and then you can clip it back in, and that locks it into place. This one didn't need to, it could just slide right on. So there you go, plugged back in, hose is done, should be good to go. All right, got it on the rear tank. That's the only tank I have in right now. And I'm going to prime the fuel system. Right now I've got a 5-gallon jug down there, so I'm gonna use that. And that's after the filter. So I'm going to run the pump and let it fill that up, make sure there's not any big chunks of anything in the line. And then once I'm happy with it, I'll plumb it back in and we'll see if this thing runs. Well, that's not the prettiest looking thing, but I don't see any chunks or anything, so we're gonna give it a shot.